Prosperity and abundance to everyone tuning in. I am Mrs.Melanin Reigns, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be back with you all. So please excuse the background noise. They're doing some work outside, but I definitely wanted to pop in and do this video because I felt guided to, and this is the first time in a long time I have done the video as soon as I felt guided to. And the title of this video is going to be Divine Feminine Back on Purpose. So for me personally, I know that I am in a space of truly feeling my energy be kind of, I don't want to say given back to me, but I know I've been calling my energy back to me. And as my energy continues to return to me, I am calling it back again as soon as I feel it, because I feel like these surges of just like, it'll feel like that inspiration again, or that just energy literally, as far as being able to get up and do this, that, and continue on with your day. A lot of people, a lot of the divine feminines, and just collectively in general, we're coming out of a space of like lethargic energy, kind of feeling drained. And a lot of people go through things like seasonal depression when the sun isn't out as much, when it's colder, things like that. So it's aligned with that as well, but also the climate, energetically, spiritually, and politically, even what's going on in the world. But the title of this, like I said, is going to be Divine Feminine Back on Purpose, because there's a revitalization of the divine feminine energy, where that energy is coming back to the divine feminine. There was I don't want to say confusion, but confusion is the first word I thought about. Confusion on your road, divine feminine. Exhaustion, like your deeds you felt like your deeds were being done in vain. The things you were doing was in vain. Your heart and your spirit, your state of being was in vain because of just how other people are, how the world has groomed people to be narcissistic or narcissist in full. It was exhausting. And divine feminine, a lot of you lost your way. A lot of us lost our way and a lot of people stumbled upon narcissistic abuse, dealt with narcissistic abuse. And on the upside of it, it has brought back a new being, rebirthed a new being. And it just feels good. So I just wanted to check in with you all. As I'm finding my flow, I know one of the things I told myself is like, I don't have to tell anyone what I'm aligned with, what I believe in full spiritually. I just have to do my due diligence and continue to do the work and be in line with the divine and keep my integrity with the divine. So as I continue to embark upon this journey, it's feeling good again to create, to speak, to use my voice, feeling confident in that again, because narcissistic abuse can really strip you of your identity. But from what I've learned, it strips you of the aspects of identity that you do not need to cling to. It is a reminder about the basics of the journey, staying in tune with the divine, the integrity of it. And you have to stay mindful of that no matter what you encounter and no matter what you have to endure. Because as the divine feminine, we are at our best, we are happiest, we are in our flow when we are in tune with the divine. When we are outside of that alignment, it does not bring anything other than chaos, strife, and destruction, internally and outward. And as a divine feminine, when you establish that bond with the divine, it keeps you, it fills you. It is complementary to you. It will protect and provide for you. It will allow you to receive from the divine, for things to be handled for you in mysterious ways. Even if you are a divine feminine who has children and you need to be with those children, it is very important to stay in tune with the divine, because that will keep you in the energy of being able to nurture your children, be present with your children in the home, and still be able to handle the financial aspects that the world requires without stripping you of your femininity, without pushing you out of a space that you are naturally most prosperous. So those are some of the things that I just wanted to reflect on and share, and just getting back to the basics of the journey, the vulnerability, the authenticity, pushing myself to remember the value in all of that, because along the way you can become performative in your energy. You can become performative in your entrepreneurship, your motherhood, your womanhood, your femininity, your sensuality. All of those things the world is teaching us to become performative in it and schedule it and go by the algorithms and go by the aesthetics. But divine feminine, you have a responsibility to stay in tune with the divine, because that's where you are most prosperous. And so I think I'll end it there. I don't have much more to say. I'm just so grateful to be back, lovingly speaking, and speaking not like I just needed my energy back in its flow. And when I say I'm calling all my energy back to me, it's like, Yahweh, please return me back to who you purposed me to be before you even formed me in my mother's womb. And standing on that and saying it again in the name of Yahshua HaMashiach, Yahweh, please return me back to who you purposed me to be before you even formulated me in my mother's womb. The destiny that you have purpose for me, the love you have purpose for me, the prosperity you have purpose for me, the peace, the stillness you have purpose for me in the midst of the world. It's so important. It's so important. And I've just been flowing with that. And like I said, it's for me. Like my where I stand with the divine is for me. I've learned that is for me. That's not for me personally. I don't need to go preach and teach and tell everybody in a way where it's like, this is what it is, and this is the truth, and this is what you need to do. The truth truly does speak for itself. It stands throughout time. And how I can honor the divine is through who I am. How we honor the divine is through who we are. You can preach and teach and share whatever beliefs you want, but if your life doesn't speak for itself, if people don't see the prosperity on you, the peace on you, the stillness on you, and ask how, then we are not truly where we need to be with the divine. And so that's where I stand with that. Everything I've learned, just having the humility to stay teachable in all aspects, cleaning my life up, even when I backtrack, starting again. So that's all I wanted to share. I will most definitely be uploading more